What's up, guys, gals, and gremlins, and welcome back to another episode of the 7 Days Mod Map Showcase with me, the one, the only, the Grimstone, that handsome devil you see on screen before you. And today we're coming at you with another map from a very familiar name, the ever-popular Fluffy Panda. So let's not waste a whole lot of time, let's just dive right in. Alright guys, so as some of you already know, me and several of my YouTube friends and family such as Fried Badger, Silent Legion Gaming, Viper Gaming UK, Tenacious G, and the Musical Moogle, just to name a few, are all part of a charity event for the Great Ormond Children's Street Hospital. Now, we just want to make Christmas a little bit brighter for these brave little boys and girls, so if you would, take just a moment to check out the link down in the description below, send some much needed love and support to a really awesome cause. And if you happen to be a YouTuber or a streamer and you want to take part and get involved in this event, there's a link in the description of my video that says join the Gotchmas team, or you can just go check out Fried Badger's Discord, also linked in the description below, and join up with Fried Badger's dream team of content creators. Alright gremlins, so today we are taking a look at Lake Fluffy Alpha 21 by Fluffy Panda. Now this mod map did release just last month in November, so it is still fairly new to the mod space. It is available in sizes 8, 10, and 16K, so a good assortment of sizes there. We do have a few different flavors. We have the vanilla version, a Darkness Falls version with ZZ Tong's prefabs pack. We have a Ravenhurst version, and for the first time here on the showcase, we do have a version compatible with the War of the Walkers overhaul. Now, as far as the description for this map goes, it reads, Lake Fluffy comes with snowy mountaintop towns, smooth custom roads, and custom created lakes. So just a very simple and quick description for this particular mod map. Now, we do have additional credits due to ZZ Tong for his prefabs pack, Kane for the use of the Darkness Falls assets, DeWall Lord for his War of the Walkers assets, and of course Jax Teller 718 for the Ravenhurst asset pack. Now today we are going to be taking a look at the 10K vanilla map, so let's take a look at it, shall we? Alright guys, so here we are inside of the 10K vanilla version of Lake Fluffy by Fluffy Panda, and we, as standard affair, we are in God mode, and we do have zombie spawns turned off, so we are not bothered. Now, I am going to point something out about this map that I actually find very interesting. So we are just here in the northwestern corner of the map, and I want you to take a look at the way the biomes are set up. They're blended exceedingly well. I really like the way the biomes are set up, but you're going to notice as we kind of pan around here a bit, there's going to be a significant lack of your pine forest biome. The bulk majority of this particular map is going to be your wasteland, your burnt forest, your snowy areas, and some desert, as well as you have these nice, these really clean looking custom made lakes. So the only real pine forest biome that you're going to see is going to be in the central western and northwestern portion of the map in this major city here. Now this map, at least the 10K version, does not have anything that I would constitute as a mega city. This is a good sized city. We have a couple of those dotted around. Here's another one. But again, no mega cities and not a lot of the pine forest biome. So those of you that really enjoy your green maps, that really like your pine forest biome, this might not be for you, but it is still worth a look just because of how well put together these things are. And if you wanted to do a snowy wasteland type of playthrough or something of that nature, then this map has your name written all over it. So you guys know what we do around here. We are going to start up here in the top left corner, up in the northwestern corner, and we're just going to work our way around, kind of admire the scenery, take a look at the way the biomes are integrated, take a look at some of these custom lakes, take a look at some of the POIs around here, see if we have any of the large tier 5 POIs, things like that. And then when that's all said and done, we are of course going to go over where exactly you can find this map to try out for yourself. So let's get started with exactly where we are right now. And I do have us hovering just above, I do believe this is the town hall or the city hall POI. It is, yep, Town Hall. So again, this is the vanilla version, so no additive PEP POIs, no ZZ Tong POIs, nothing like that. This is just going to be your vanilla POI base here in the vanilla version. If you want different POIs, obviously you're going to have to use one of the overhaul mods to play this map on. For instance, the Darkness Falls version comes stock with the ZZ Tongs POI pack. So we're just going to kind of fly around here a bit, take a look at the way things are set up. Let me drop down just a bit so we can get rid of some of this pop in. So a good assortment of the, as we can expect from Fluffy Panda, just a good assortment and placement of some of the major POIs. We have Joe Bros Builders. We do have your Cathedral POIs. I don't see any of the massive POIs on the horizon. I do see, I believe that's probably another either Vanity Tower or Abandoned Office Tower there. We do have one of the central park looking clock towers there and things like that. So again, this is right up here in the northwestern portion, this good sized city. Now when I spawned in, I did spawn in just here. So you do, one of the spawn in points is here in the forest biome, but I can probably predict that some of the random spawn in points when you start this map are going to be a little bit less hospitable. They may be in the snow, they may be in the wasteland. So just be prepared for a good run. In all honesty, this is a map that I would crank the difficulty up on. Maybe put in a couple of mods that boost the amount of zombies or the size of the hordes, things like that. And I would make this one of those challenge playthroughs if this were me doing this particular map, which that is a possibility in the future, because I love my green maps, but I just really enjoy the way this is put together. So we are going to shoot across, and we're actually going to go check out how this lake is built in. All of these lakes are custom made. So we're going to go check out this lake right here and then slide on across to the top of this pretty big city right here and work our way south from there. So let me pop down a waypoint and I will see you guys there in just a second. So here we are above that lake, or right by that lake, just here in the central northern portion of the map. And I have got to say, this is actually a really attractive looking lake. I really enjoy the way this is put together. It's not blocky, it doesn't look polyagonal, it actually looks like a large lake like you would see in a real world setting, in a real world place of interest, things like that. I really like the way this is set up. And it just looks nice and neat and clean. You've got your forest biome on just about all sides, and it does lead into a bit of the burnt forest. There may have been some forest fires, things like that, from a role play standpoint, especially since it does look like right over there we do have a ranger station POI. We do have some really nice residential POIs kind of dotted around over here in the wilderness, and yeah, looks pretty nice. Looks like we've got a relatively large residential POI over there on the other side of the lake. So we're going to continue across over here into the desert, and we're going to take a look at that. So we'll be right back. All right, so here we are in the desert biome, in the beginning of this desert city. Wrong button. In the beginning of this desert city, just here in the northern portion of it. And we have a couple of little spots of the burnt forest biome that kind of bleed through. And on the way to the south, somewhat to the southeast, it does lead into another good sized city in the Wasteland. So that's where we're going to move down to next. But we're going to take a look at this city here. So again, standard affair. You can see over there in the distance, we do, like I said, it does bleed a little bit into the burnt forest biome. We do have some of the nicer tier 3, 4, and 5 POIs around here. It looks, again, I don't see any of the super large tier 4 and tier 5 POIs. I see a lot of the cathedral styles. I don't see any Deshong towers. I don't see any vanity towers. I don't see anything like that. I haven't seen any like Red Mesa compounds. I can't recall if Red Mesa is actually a vanilla asset or not. So we do, again, we have, what is this here? I recognize this POI, but I can't remember what it's called. This is the, if I can get my HUD back up. Yeah, this is the Namazgane Police Department, 3rd Division. So nice tier 3 POI. And as you can see, as I get just a little bit higher up, this is a nice sprawling city, a good sized city, not too big, not too small, not a mega city, but not just a small little town. This is just, this is what I would call a nice moderately sized city. So again, that is here spreading out through the desert. Now we're going to continue southeast, and we are going to start off at the top of this city here, just in the Wasteland. And we're gonna see if we can't spot some of those larger POIs over here in the Wasteland, and we'll go from there. So here we are in the Wasteland. We are just here on the map, just in the northern section of the, this is gonna be on the eastern edge, the eastern side of the map. Down the Wasteland. This is a pretty good sized city, and this is all Wasteland. And it does look like the majority of this area, as I look around and kind of take a peek at the skyline, this looks like it's going to be mostly your factory style POIs, which are your tier 4s and some of your tier 5s. I'm not seeing, I do see a silhouette of a larger tier or a larger POI over there in the distance, but there's a lot of factories, a lot of your lootable places, your shotgun messiahs and your Mopowers, things like that. Standard affair. I do see some of the larger POIs over here in the distance. I think that might be the Namazgane High School. I can't quite tell from here, but there are some of the larger tier and the larger footprint POIs. Just none of the super tall office buildings, things like that. No vanity towers, no Dishong towers. At least none that I have seen yet. And again, as you look off in the distance, you see that, for instance, that's the Shotgun Messiah factory. So there's a lot of the factory POIs here in the Wasteland, and it does continue a good bit to the south. Now, as we move down farther to the southeast, we do have a couple of small little wilderness towns down here to the south in the southeastern corner. Again, we have another, looks like we have a neighboring good-sized town just here. So we're gonna pop over here. This looks like, yeah, that's all gonna be Wasteland there as well. So we're gonna pop down a waypoint. We're gonna go check that out. And then we're going to see how things blend from the Wasteland on up to the snowy peaks here, and then on into the snow here in the southern portion of the map. So we're going to move on to that part next. All right, and here we are coming into the other portion of the Wasteland, and wouldn't you know it, there are, I do believe, I don't even need to, yep, that is Hagashi Pharmaceutical right there. I do believe that is another abandoned office tower there, and here we have it, folks. As I turn my HUD on real quick so you can see it, we do have, I'm gonna have to get, nope, there it is. We do have the Dishong Tower. So if you want to see your larger tier 5 challenge POIs, you're gonna have to come down here to the southern portion, the southern Wasteland, the southern central portion of the map. Just about right smack dab in the middle is where you're going to start seeing your large tier 5 POIs like the Dishong Tower and Hagashi Pharmaceuticals. And both of those are actually right here just next to each other. So let's get that HUD back off the screen. And again, quite a few of the factory style POIs. I passed by some of the apartment complex POIs, things like that. But just a nice healthy mix of standard affair gameplay POIs down here in the Wasteland. So from here, we are going to go just to the southwest, and I would like to see how things kind of blend from the Wasteland to the burnt forest into the snowy peaks, and then up over this peak back down into the burnt forest, and then finally back into the snow. So we're gonna head towards this little collection of POIs, just that way. All right, so here we are coming up and over, well, just now coming up and over. So we have a nice, I really like this actually. This looks really, really well done. So we have the Wasteland just down there, as you can see vaguely in the distance, coming up through the burnt forest. So again, looks like a massive, from a role-playing standpoint, forest fire that took out a good bit of this and couldn't quite creep its way all the way up the mountaintop here. And as we crest the mountaintop, we have some nice hilly terrain here. I have a little bit of pop-in happening as things are trying to render, so let me get just a little bit lower. So we have some nice rugged, rocky, hilly terrain here. And as you can see there in the distance, we do bleed back down into the burnt forest biome and on into some more snow. So as we can see that, let's see, where is the next? Looks like, yep. So we're going to shoot up just slightly to the northwest, and we're going to take a look here at this snowy town. And once we are done taking a look at that snowy town, I do believe that is going to be the last major city until we end up back where we started, where we are going to wrap this showcase up and then talk about where we can find this map. So I will see you guys over there in that snowy little town. All right, and here we are in the snow, coming into this this looks again like there's quite a few of the factory POIs here. We have another Shotgun Messiah factory, so there's a good tier 5 POI. And then if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be the Shamway factory. Yep, we have a Shamway factory just here. So we have a Shamway factory and a Shotgun Messiah factory. Looks like there's another Shotgun Messiah factory just over there. And that is going to be here in the southern portion of this moderately sized, this pretty good sized snowy town right here. So again, we have some more of that bleeding through the snowy or the burnt forest biome on up into some more snowy peaks, and it does come back down and around another one of those custom made lakes into the pine forest biome, and then continues on through some more burnt forest and snowy peaks until you get to the other side where there's that town up there in the pine forest biome. So again, around here, a lot of the good factory POIs. Let me get a little bit lower. There we are. So we have quite a few of the factory style POIs. Yeah, a lot of the factory, there's another Shamway warehouse. A lot of the factory POIs. It seems like this map is rife with the working class style POIs that you would find in a lot of blue collar cities. And yep, that is in fact another Shotgun Messiah. And is this a Shamway? Nope, that is a Poppin' Pills factory there. See, a lot of the good factory POIs, this place is, you wouldn't have any problem at all sustaining yourself if you were to take up a position anywhere in any of these good sized cities, really, because there are just so many of the factory style POIs. And we do have just a smattering of the large tier POIs, the Dashong Towers, Higashi Pharmaceuticals. So we do have a good blend of the vanilla POIs all over the place. So yeah, let's pop back up here and come up to where we started, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap this showcase up. Alright guys, and as we return to our Pine Forest City, we are just going to come to rest just up here on top of this abandoned office building. There we are. And this is where we are going to wrap up this portion of the showcase. So let's go ahead and move on to how and where exactly you can find this particular mod map. Alright guys, so here we are on the Nexus mod space. So all you're going to do to find that particular map is you're going to come right up here, just as normal, type in Fluffy Panda's name, and that is going to bring you to all of his maps. And the very second thing you see is the Fluffy Panda 821 Lake Fluffy 8K, 10K, 16K, Vanilla, DFZZ Tong, Ravenhurst, War of the Walkers. So this is the mod page, and when you come over to the files, there's going to be a total, at the time of recording, there's a total of 12 files, and that is just all your different versions and sizes. You have your 10K, Darkness Falls, Ravenhurst, Vanilla is what we just took a look at, War of the Walkers, the 16Ks, the 8Ks, and all of that good stuff. Now, I do believe the very same mod map is available on 7daystoDieMods.com, so you can go there and type in Fluffy Panda just the same, and I'm sure you will also find this map there. All right, guys, and as we take a look at those beautiful snow-capped peaks in the background, that is going to bring this showcase to a close. Now, if you would like to go say hello to Fluffy Panda yourself, you can actually find him oftentimes hanging out on the Old Farks Discord or the Tarragon Discord. Both of those are going to be linked down in the description below. And also down in the description below, you're going to find a link to his PayPal directly or his Buy Me a Coffee so that you can show him some love for some of these absolutely amazing and incredible maps that he keeps putting out for us. I don't see him stopping this anytime soon. Me and him do talk quite frequently, and he does have some really awesome things planned for in the future. Also down in the description below, if you would like to go say hi to Kane or to Jax Teller 718 or I believe it is Dewall Lord. If I say that incorrectly, please correct me in the comments. But I'm gonna have links to all of their respective discords down in the description below as well. Also linked in the description below, you're gonna be able to find a link to all of my social medias. You can find me just about anywhere at Grimstone Gamer. I do follow all gamers back. Also, if you're new around here, make sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that bell notification. That way you know anytime I have new content drop. I don't just do the 7 days mod map showcase. In the future, there is going to be a prefab or POI showcase whenever I find some really interesting POIs or large tier 4, tier 5 POIs, things like that. I'm talking with a few people to get that going. I do live stream. There's going to be some narrative stuff, some sitcom style stuff that is coming out within the next month or so. So make sure you keep up with all that stuff. If you want to be super awesome, you can check out the Patreon link also down in the description below and become a gremlin and help watch this channel grow and blossom into the really amazing community it has started to become. I really do love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys that has shown your support so far and that will show your support in the future. And with that being said, guys, remember, always stay great, stay gamers, stay great.